Wolf of West Philly TV, and today we are talking about one of my personal favorite EDCs, the G2C Taurus. Before we go here, let's make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, you motherfucking cocksuckers. Not cocksuckers, I love y'all. Wolf of West Philly TV, let's go ahead and get it. So let me do a quick little rundown of the specs here that I find to be I deem important here. Barrel length 3.25, that's a big one here for me. Capacity, mine's came with a 12-in-1 right out the box. Depending on the state you in, it may be you may have to get the 10-in-1, whatever. Size 21.15 ounce. I like that. Rear sights are adjustable here, so no big deal, not for me. Manual safety, that's something I'll come back to later in this video, but kind of general specs here for this G2C. Go ahead, don't sleep on Taurus, you fucks, don't sleep on them. All right, so of course right out the box it's gonna be pretty no frills, nothing really special here to it. Of course you're going to get your pistol, of course. You're gonna get really basic, cardboard box, but we try and keep prices low over here, And believe me, I'm not a Taurus fanboy, but I do like Taurus. I think they're underrated, but two 12-round mags right out the box. Again, depending on your state, it's going to depend on what you can get. Sorry Cali, sorry, they fucking y'all out there. But again, nothing basic. Again, one of these little horseshit things. The locks that we all use. Of course, we need to lock up our guns, and one of the little instructional manual, but little booklet horseshit for it. No frills. Mineral fill, really nothing special. Plastically polymer fill, it's got a little bit of stippling, so it gives you a little bit of grip. If you're a person big on texture, you get some, but not a whole lot here. If you're a person who want lights and rails, that sort of shit, you got that definitely for the front. Not a whole lot of serrations, which I'm not a fan of all of that serration shit. Like a lot of guns down, they've got a lot of this, but this is really basic. They're not spending the money for serrations on this sort of thing. That's really not what this is. But this is, it's a lot smaller than you can kind of tell with my hands. I do not have big hands. I have got pretty. I'm not a giant man. I'm sure you can tell from the video here. Really basic though. Light, double stack. So whenever you putting this in here, and I'll do like some little small video comparisons in here. So like a Glock 43, that's what I carry. A lot of times too, 43X, double stack. So it's a little bit wider. You feel it against the body, but listen, it's a great little, like, again, light gun, sweet, short, simple. But just the general basic feel when I have when you pick this up here. Yeah, motherfucker. So let's go ahead and talk price here overall. So when I got mine, I paid about $200. After taxes about $210. After the FFL about $260ish. Them motherfuckers, they gotta get their taste here. Everybody gotta wet they beak. You can roughly get them around $200 any given time. You gotta always be kind of surfing the sites, your buds, your grabber guns. $250, you can bet you shouldn't really have to pay more than $250. Classic firearms, check them out too, somewhere in that ballpark. So for that's about half the price of any normal sort of Glock, whether 43, whether it's the Glock 19. You paying about half that. So the price, the value, I'm talking savings, people. I'm talking values and discounts and shit. That right there, that's a big one. Of course, if price isn't an issue, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely better options maybe you might want to look at here. It's about half of the price of a Glock 19 43X, which I did a review for. Go ahead and check that out, you fucking cocksuckers. Yeah, if price isn't an issue, definitely better options out there. And now people will say, well, is your life only worth a G2C? Because my life is worth more than $250. If look, you got more than $250, spend it. If all you got is $250, then you know what I'm saying, spend that too. Just have something, I just want to make sure y'all good out here. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So I want to say I'm not an overall fanboy for Taurus. I do appreciate and like their brand, but I've fucked with them for a little while now. Let me say that so I've had mine about 3-4 years. I'm around a 700 mark as far as like the round count, getting close to 1,000. I may be a little bit above that, but I'm somewhere in that ballpark with this. So I don't want to say it's like I can give the most sturdiest review. Definitely Honest Outlaw. He can fucking throw these reviews. He always does like the 1,000 round count. I love that fucking dude's channel. But just my general overall feel for this is like, Taurus has improved. based on the overall value, what you're gonna get out of this, it's not bad at all. Especially 250, around 200 is. Some of these sites, they giving them rebates and shit. Like, you know, if you send us, you know, X, Y, and Z, you can get it for, you know, $20 at the fucking checkout line at your gun shop. Check these different deals out. They're out there. But with these, it's like, you know what? I want to say, what I think of with these as opposed to like, so Glocks. Glocks are more like, you know, like your Hondas. They're like a Honda. Like, they're reliable. They're a friend. They'll make sure they get you where you got to go. They're going to turn on each time. With Tauruses, I feel like they've caught up there, like, you know, they're like the Kias. Remember Kias when they wasn't shit? And now you see a Kia in traffic, it's like, you know what? That joke look alright. That motherfucker's not that bad. Like, you know, like them Sonatas, them goddamn Hondas, caught up a little bit. I want to say that Taurus is somewhere in that ballpark. Not as bad as they used to be. Like that Millennium series, I think they sucked a lot of cock and they fucked a lot of people over. But I didn't think those were bad either. I didn't own one of those. My brother owned one. My sister still owns one, but she don't know shit anyway. But as long as she got something. With these though, I still think overall, like where they're going now, Taurus, again, I don't want to make it sound like a fanboy. Goddamn liar! But these ones, just G2C, G3C, those more closer to the Glock 19s. If you're interested in one of those. With this, again, for the size, this is one of my big EDCs. That's one of my big ones for this here. So you know what? I just kind of want to throw that in there to you folks. So let me do my quick little rundown, my little pros and cons, what I think of this here. So I'm sure I'll miss something, but just, you know, let me just kind of just what I'm generally thinking here. So first pro, of course, let me start with this one. Price, motherfuckers. The price, 250, 200, somewhere in that ballpark. That is a big one. I'm a huge on that one. So let me start there. So let me say reliability overall. So the first things first, of course, it is no Glock. It's not Glock perfection, baby. You know, for 200, 250, you're not gonna get, you know, the highest fucking quality of gun, but you will still get a good gun. So with these, I'll say roughly in, you know, the ballpark, what the polls and the people say is, you know, the ratings are going out there. About 8 out of 10 of those, I would say. Just roughly, somewhere in, you know, somewhere in that ballpark. 8 out of 10 of those seem to come out fine. You're definitely gonna get people again that say, you know what, mine was a dud. I don't know what happens. I heard the new G2, you know, G2s, G3s are good, G4s, but mine was a dud. So I'm just gonna say overall reliability. In most cases, I hear people get them, you know, again for this price range, you're gonna get one that's good in quality and reliable, generally speaking. You know, like for this price range out the box. So overall reliability. Let me just say that overall reliability. Let me go for another pro that I like here: size and concealability. And of course, size matters. Don't let her tell you it don't matter. She fucking lying to you. She's just trying to, you know, she's trying to stroke your ego, giving you those soft rubs in your back, letting you know, oh, it's okay, you alright. Size matters, but in this case, it's inverted. This one for the size here. It's something you can conceal easy. Me, as you can kind of see, like my shirt, this is like a medium. I'm always wearing this. I work out. I like to wear, you know, more fitted clothing. So a lot of times for me, something that's a little bit smaller to conceal, have something on person. This is a good one. 3.25. So concealability. If this is something that matters for you. If it doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't. You know, of course, whatever. Concealability. It's a good one. Don't let her lie to you. So I want to throw this into the pros category. So I want to say improved aftermarket parts. Taurus, they've definitely gotten better. Like any of the older models, I used to like carry a fucking Taurus PT92 giant ass fucking steel gun. With them, I couldn't find shit for those in terms of like, unless I want to pay through the roof for a lot of the parts. Now, especially with the G2 series, with this, you can get a lot of the stuff like a lot of aftermarket stuff. Millennium, like the Millennium series, like I want to throw this in here. I got a 17 fucking round mag that they work the same with the G2 series. I believe the G3 the same as well. 17 and 1. So with this is a nice one. Let me just kind of throw this on. Do I have it right there? It's unloaded, of course, you fucks. That right there, a little bit of extra, you know, give. I think I got the the extender from Bloody Wheels, I believe is the guy's name. He does these little extenders for this to kind of make it a little bit smoother. But I want to say the overall aftermarket parts, they're getting a lot better. You can get the like the extra mags. This mag was probably like maybe $20. Again, the lights, you can get all custom, like basic shit, like from other sites that fits these ones. I want to throw this in here too. Holsters are with these. When I first got this a few years ago, they didn't have as many out. Now they have ones that's more specific with it, which I'm big on holsters. Make sure, because it's part of your carry system. Again, a gun like this for me, I think a lot of people, it's a carry gun, so make sure Amazon, they got a lot of good quality fucking, cheap, not cheap, fucking economic holsters that you can get that are, really fitted towards the, the G2C. So that's what something I want to say. It's the biggest. It's not Glock. It's nowhere in that ballpark. But the aftermarket reliability, aftermarket parts. That's something to consider here. That's, I want to say, is a pro. So it doesn't exactly fit in this category, but I still want to kind of use this for it. So another pro I'm going to say is that I think it's good for new users. Just in my opinion, just in my humble opinion. I don't know shit. I think, again, with the price for this overall, what you're going to pay, nobody gets hurt. Nobody's in danger here, but spending $200, $250 like for this sort of thing that's going to be able to protect your life forever. Assuming most of us hopefully will never need to use them. You can maybe once in a while take it out, make sure this baby's running. But for what it is you're getting out of the value of it, I say it's good for new users. The manual safety also being a part of it. This is one of the only guns I can say whenever I get a chance to take my mom out shooting, she'll fucking shoot this gun. She'll shoot it and not feel as weird about, what it is she's doing. Every once in a while I let her use one of my woman's 380. She loves that thing, but it's like, fuck that shit. That thing is a little fucking pellet gun. 380s is a shit too. I don't have no problem. You can, 380s, whatever you got. I'm no gun snob. Whatever you got, just protect your fucking neck. But with this is something that, like, if my mom I can get her to kind of fuck around with this. This is easily something I would say you can get used to this. All right, so let me do my best to not talk out of both sides of my mouth here. So I want to give my cons here too. The thing is with my cons, I feel like they're almost the same as the pros, like some of them in this case. But let me just let me explain here, like as far as like my cons on this. So let me throw in their price. So I don't like to use this line because I'm an economical kind of guy. I'm economical, but you get what you pay for. It's not the highest of the quality. Again, I think it's a good gun. I would personally bet my life on it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I never have to figure that sort of shit out. But I think the price for this, because it is what it is, there are better options that you can get that you can say, like, look, I spent every dollar that was necessary to make sure if some shit went down, I was fucking ready to protect myself. So the price alone, again, you get what you pay for it. You could potentially get one of those, one of those duds. So the duds, that's actually another one of these my cons in here. Let me just kind of roll these all in one. You can potentially get yourself a dud. Maybe 8 out of 10 are great. Maybe 7 out of 10. I don't know what the number is. I want to believe Taurus, y'all, 9.9 or whatever out of 10. I don't know. I don't know what y'all are. It's just, hopefully, if you buy one of these, you don't get one of the fucking duds. Something to consider. Again, Taurus doesn't fund me. I'm not trying to be a fanboy, but it's like, I like how you fucks. All right, so another con I got to come to is like, again, just like on the pro side, size. Size matters. Again, don't let him lie to you. Hey, when size matters, he telling you it's all good. Size matters. Again, but now on the other side, circumstance, what the fuck am I talking about? On this circumstance, being able to fucking reach it. Being able to dig into your fucking pockets or, wherever you got this thing at. The size of it. The 3.2, the grip isn't as large on this. Especially if you're not carrying with the extended mag, the size is going to be an issue. You might be trying to dig around at the wrong time to find it in your pants, and she said I couldn't find it either. Shit like that. Size is going to be an issue. Like, let me throw this also into the size here. the snappiness of it. You know, 3.25, anything less, even fucking 3.5, 3.7, somewhere in that ballpark. You know, Glock 19. You know, that's kind of, now throw a little metric up there. Glock 19, your standard sort of compact size. This right here is going to shoot a lot more difficult than this. So again, now with the concealability / size, that being thrown in one, again, this is a con and a pro. You're gonna have to spend more time practicing with it, because again, like just being able to reach it, being like, I couldn't get to it, I can't feel what you got. Fucking goddamn, working with this, you're not used to it, the snappiness of it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a lot of snappy issues working with this right here. So also has to fit into like the con size. All right, so in conclusion, my friends, I want to say G2C, I highly recommend. You know, again, based off overall reliability. I'm not saying this is motherfucking most reliable. Price, of course, so that you know you're gonna get out of this. Basic price points for this, and you know, again, perfect for new users. These are the main things I would say. Good reason to, you know, to adopt such a weapon. Should ye be interested in it? And you know, it's for America. We fighting against Al Qaeda. What the fuck? Final 2 pearls of wisdom. Let me go ahead and say it here. First of all, fuck the Houston Astros, you motherfuckers. God, it still hurts.
There goes the runner. Fly ball down the right field line. Tucker comes on. Kyle Tucker. This time they finish the job. The Houston Astros, world champions.
Also, don't buy fucking lawn equipment in winter. Actually, no, this is the time to buy. All right. You know what? Do you remember?